to be introducing you to how to use Symbaloo and demonstrating how you could use it in your classroom. So Symbaloo is a web-based tool that allows you to digitally bookmark web resources. Symbaloo can be found at edu.symbaloo.com. For educators, you can create a free Symbaloo account, and if you would like to purchase this for your class, it's about $35 for a yearly paid membership so that each student can have their own account. But right now I'm using my free Symbaloo tool, and I'm going to show you how you can use this in your classroom. Symbaloo helps you organize web resources in a manner that allows you to find them quickly and easily. So right now this is a Symbaloo web mix. A web mix is this grid that allows you to save different web resources in one space. And this web mix is called the Restaurant Project-Based Learning Web Mix. Here I'm saving a lot of information that will help in a first grade restaurant unit. I've already done some research to find different resources, and I was doing this as if I was a student. If you're doing research, it can become extremely overwhelming for students to organize all the articles and research that they're finding. So using Symbaloo can help you as an educator organize resources as well as students. So up here in the corner I have 4 different YouTube videos. One is a tour of a restaurant. One is restaurant vocabulary that would be extremely helpful to L students. There's also restaurant videos for what a manager does, so the role of a manager in a restaurant, as well as a training video from an actual company that would give students information on what's needed, the tasks that are expected of you, and the roles in a restaurant. So I colored those all red so that I knew that those are all the videos. Down here you can see other colors. Here I have purple. So purple, I delineated purple to mean information about different types of restaurants. So I found 2 resources that would help me learn about different types of restaurants and different type of dining. And then down here in the blue teal area, it's restaurant jobs. So an important part of our PBL restaurant unit is to understand the various jobs in a restaurant. And this resource, I will click on it to show you what it looks like. It will open in a new window, shows me all the different jobs found in a restaurant, and I can then click on those jobs to understand the tasks that they perform. So I'm going to go back to my Symbaloo web mix. So that's the great thing. Once you've bookmarked resources, you can just open your web mix and click on anything you would like to return to. This is also a good way to organize materials so that your students can then write a bibliography to show where they got their information from after they've written their research project. Down here I also have pink tiles, and these are about food reviews. So that was the next step in our restaurant project-based learning unit, is to learn how to write a good review. So I'm going to show you how to add another tile to my web mix. So here I have a great resource. I'm going to open up the web page. I found a good resource that gives a great example of a strong restaurant review with the different aspects that students should have. This would still be at a much higher level than a first grade restaurant review, but I really like how it breaks up the different parts you should include. So I want to save that to my Symbaloo web mix. So I'm going to make sure I copy the URL, and I'm going to go back to my web mix. I'm going to click on any tile because I can move it later. Then you click on create a tile, and then you just paste your URL right here. And then I'm going to always show text so I can label each tile so I can easily identify it later. So this is example of review. And I'm going to make it pink because it helps me organize my materials, because I know that has to do with writing restaurant reviews. So I'm going to change the tile color, and then I just click save. Now my tile is up here, and I like to keep things organized in my web mix, so I can just click on the tile and drag it to wherever I would like to place it. So students using web mixes prepares them for 21st century learning skills because they're developing proficiency with the role of technology. They're manipulating the tiles, they're doing research online, copying and pasting. These are all important skills for students to learn. They're also designing and sharing information. Once they've created a web mix, they can then share it with classmates as well as the internet as a whole, so other people can search through their web mix. So not only are they designing a web mix, but they're also sharing this information, and that's great for collaborative projects so that other students can use the same information that they located and sorted. And they're also managing, analyzing, and synthesizing multiple streams of information. Research is an important part of 21st century digital literacy skills, but it's also a challenging aspect because there's so much information on the internet. But using Symbaloo, you can really help your students organize their information to then go back and read it again, review it again, and keep them organized. So I highly recommend using Symbaloo.